Today I'm going to talk about 10 brand new metal albums that are coming out in September that you should definitely know about. I'm very excited to talk about them today. If this is your first time here, hi, welcome. My name is Kaiya. Without further ado, we're just going to get started. The first band we're going to talk about is Peeling Flesh. If you're not familiar with Peeling Flesh, they are a slam brutal death metal band from Oklahoma City. I absolutely adore Peeling Flesh. I got the opportunity to see them live last fall and they slapped. I did check out their first single, which was called Shoot to Kill. This reminds me again of Jarhead Fertilizer. It's a very good mix. They use a little bit of a hip hop sample with the Shoot to Kill section towards the end of the song. Very excited about this record, so definitely be on the lookout for Peeling Flesh. Check out the rest of their discography, and if you have an opportunity to see them live, you definitely should. My second pick for the new metal albums being released in September is going to go to WOLFHEART with their new album Draconian Darkness. I swear I thought I just said wolf fart, but it's not, it's WOLFHEART. So this is a melodic death metal band from Finland, and they're actually releasing this new album on Reigning Phoenix Records, which is the same record label that released Deicide's new album this year. So that's kind of cool. I wasn't a huge fan of Deicide's packaging for the vinyl, so I can't promise that it's going to be great for WOLFHEART if you are interested in picking up the vinyl. But I did end up checking out a couple of their singles. So the first one was Trial by Fire and Evenfall, which both of these reminded me very much of Insomnia. If you're a fan of that kind of melodic death metal sound that's a little bit more on the moodier side, you know, Insomnia, Borknagar is definitely an influence for this band. It kind of has some Woods of Ybris vibes, but it's not as like sad boy, if that makes sense. On Friday the 13th of September, we have Finnish black metal band Horna releasing their new album Mix off of World Terror Committee Records. But this is a band, like I said, is Finnish black metal. They did release a lyric video for one single called Hymni 1 or Hymni 1. Basically, the way that this album is laid out is Hymni 1 is part 1 of like a 5-part or 4-part series for Hymni. So it seems like it's a 4-part long song, and then the final track on the album is actually a separate song, so it's not a part of the Hymni compilation, I guess. But I did end up checking out the single and I liked it. I mean, it's classic black metal, so it's got that kind of rough production to it. So if you're looking for a new black metal band, you haven't heard of Horna before, I would encourage you to check out their new album Mix on Friday the 13th of September. On Friday, September 20th, we have Defiled with their brand new album Horror Beyond Horror. This is a death metal band from Tokyo. Excuse me, ma'am. This is a death metal band from Tokyo, Japan.
With corruption behind them, a conscious incarceration.
This album will be released under Season of Mist Records, and it's actually their second album to be released in just 2 years, having released The Highest Level in 2023. So they have released a few singles for this record, including the title track Horror Beyond Horror, as well as Smoke and Mirrors. I did check out these singles and I enjoyed what I heard. It's got that rough production that you would kind of expect with artists like Barbados or Abigail. Probably one of the biggest releases coming to us in September is going to be symphonic metal band Nightwish with their brand new album under Nuclear Blast Records. I did get to check out a single from this album. It was called Perfume of the Timeless, and I actually really enjoyed the single to an extent. I do have one complaint, and that is the production. Now apparently they had like a music video where the actual final mix for that music video was garbage. When they actually released the official song on like YouTube Music and it was just the song, the mix was better. So people were saying, oh, this is so much better than what we got on the music video. So they were very worried about the production. I will say, even with the regular mix of the song, Floor Jansen's vocals were really, really low in my speakers. And I had them, I was playing the song on some nice speakers, girl, okay? And I could barely hear Floor's vocals. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that, you know, maybe there was just an export goof, you know, because I really enjoyed the instrumentation on Perfume of the Timeless. Next up on this list is a band that some people are probably not excited about at all, and that is KUBLAI Khan Texas. I have never heard of this band up until recently when people on Twitter were complaining about them because of some Trump tweet or whatever. I don't know, and I don't care. But this new album, Exhibition of Prowess, is going to be released on Rise Records, and I can tell you right now, I'm so intrigued by this band, specifically because of the single that they released. This band has literally only released one single, and it was called Supreme Ruler, and it's like 55 seconds on the record. They made a music video that was legit 1 minute, and that was it. That's the only promo that they have had for this new record, and it is such a banger. It is so good, and I just love that they're kind of trolling people by having a 1 minute song and just releasing that and not saying anything else. So I'm very intrigued. I'm so intrigued by KUBLAI Khan. This next artist, I didn't know if I was going to put her in or not. Honestly, I was a little on the fence. But Kat Von D, yes, Kat Von D makes music. I guess I'm just a fool if someone would break me. I didn't know this until a few months ago either. I just remember her from like the tattoo show ages ago. I used to watch that when I was growing up with my mama, girl. I don't know anything really about Kat Von D's music. However, I did check out a few of the singles that she released, and it's not totally for me. It's very like electro pop, alternative, like it's very modern kind of pop. There's no real instruments really. Everything's kind of programmed. And it's certainly not metal by any means. You know, she dresses like a metalhead and she uses metal fonts, you know. She's using the aesthetic of a metalhead. But you know, tracks like Vampire Love, it's very poppy. She kind of has this like Cher vocal style. Now, what I do think is interesting about this record, and I didn't know this going into the single, I have a song featuring Alyssa White Glux. I think my autocorrect said Alyssa White Flux. I'm just gonna say Alyssa from Arch Enemy. Beautiful Alyssa, great vocals. Yeah, she's featured on a song on this record, which I thought was really, really interesting. So that's definitely a track I'm going to be checking out, because I would be interested to hear whether Alyssa does harsh vocals. Maybe she does kind of harsher layering vocals and like a bridge or something, in comparison to Kat Von D doing this kind of softer, clean, Cher style vocal. I'm very curious to hear how they mix the two together. All right, we got a few more. Obviously, I think everybody is the most excited about this next one releasing on Friday, September 27th, and that is going to be the Black Dahlia Murder with their new album, Servitude. If you're not familiar with Black Dahlia Murder, they are a melodic death metal band. I can't tell you how excited I am about this record, and I'm so excited for major fans of the Black Dahlia Murder, because this is the first album without Trevor Strnad. This is the first album since his death, featuring their new singer, Brian Eskbach, is how I think you pronounce it. They did release 2 singles for this record. The first one was Aftermath, and the second one was Mammoth's Hand. I have to say, I think I prefer their second single a little bit more than their first, because Mammoth's Hand really captures the melodic death metal essence of their sound. So it's It's very much up my alley. Mammoth's Hand is, whereas Aftermath I thought was fine. It's a little bit more death metal, and it's honestly a little overproduced for me, I'm gonna be honest. You may totally disagree, but they have very modern production for this first record, so we can hope for the best. The next band I got is BEWITCHER from Portland, Oregon. They're a black metal speed outfit. The singles they've released for this album are so fun. They are so fun. I really don't even know what else to say. I'm excited about this album. It's got a very old school vibe to it. It is releasing under Century Media Records. So go and check out BEWITCHER. Go and check out more of their stuff because I have really good expectations about this new album. Coming in at number 10 and our final pick for this video is Ripped to Shreds with their new album Sanshi. This is a death metal band from California. Releasing this album under Relapse Records. I have listened to a couple of their singles. The first one was Perverting the Funeral Rites, Stripping for the Dead. The vocals are delivered in kind of the quintessential messy and sloppy death metal vibe, where there's not a lot of enunciation. They're a little muddy. That's just how they're delivered. They're just kind of sloppy and messy, and it's just a part of the essence that they're delivering. So I'm excited about Ripped to Shreds. I just recently listened to some of these singles in one of my Twitch streams, and yeah, I had a few people say you should definitely be on the lookout for Ripped to Shreds. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, y'all, that is gonna do it for today's video on 10 brand new metal albums coming to you in September. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. What did I miss, and what are you most excited for? Is there anything that I mentioned in this video that you are looking forward to hearing or that you didn't know was going to be released? I want to hear your thoughts. Comment down below, like this video, share it with a friend. You know what to do. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.